Here we have the daily price chart for CHEWY Incorporated, stock ticker CHWY. Here we can see that that this stock is currently kind of bucking the trend as far as broader movements in the market. We've seen some fairly strong upside moves in many other meme stocks today. Uh, AMC is moving higher strongly. GameStop has broken prior resistance levels. DJT, the Trump stock, is one of the biggest gainers on the day. But this stock, Chewy, for whatever reason here, is still starting to, is kind of bucking that trend and continues to move lower. But what I really want to point to here is the highly erratic nature of the share price action currently. And, you have to wonder why this is. Recently Roaring Kitty did, disclose a position in this stock. He seems to be stalking Ryan Cohen, in my opinion. I don't understand why he's only focused on Ryan Cohen stocks. I don't know why he doesn't choose some other stocks here. But he recently disclosed a large position in Chewy. And this has kind of changed the stock and given it kind of a meme stock status here. And I'm wondering if this has anything to do with this highly erratic, and volatile share price action that we're seeing here. We do have to point to this because this does make this a bit of a dangerous stock to trade. I expect this to settle down soon, but we have to point out some of these factors here because I think some people are probably jumping into this stock kind of quickly. And you have to understand there is a major whipsaw going on here. As we can see, we've got this extremely bizarre price candle that posted on June 27th. Here we can see that the low of the trading. This is a 1 day chart, so every candle here is a 1 day trading period. So we can see that the low for the period came in at 27.15 and the high for the period came in at 39.10. That is an extremely large fluctuation here. I mean, if you can just look at this candle here and then try to find another candle like that anywhere on this chart. I mean, I'll give you $1,000 if you can find any other, price candle that looks anything like that. There isn't one. It's the most volatile price candle on this entire chart. And what this means is that, you can see tremendous amount of upside and downside very quickly, and if you've got a stop loss in place, I mean, the way many people trade is to have, a stop loss in place for protection, which is what you should do. But, you might not have a profit target because maybe you want to let your profits run as long as possible. Under most circumstances, that's completely acceptable. There's nothing wrong with trading like that, except when you get into a situation like this. Why is that? Because let's just imagine, let's just imagine that you buy in here at roughly, 28.50 or something like that, and you're on the long side. Maybe you have a stop loss a dollar lower, 27.50, something like that. So here you see that, prices rocket higher. You're now $12 in the money, which is a very nice trade for 1 day. I mean, that's an excellent 1 day trading activity being posted there. But just as quickly, you're seeing prices fall back to 27.30, and now you're stopped out of the position. Maybe you never took gains. Maybe this happened so quickly, that you never closed the position, and now you're suddenly underwater, even though you just had this massive gain in your pocket. That's a terrible, that's one of the worst things that you want to do as a trader, to get involved into a situation like that. We really have to pay attention to this here. And my recommendation currently is to stay away from this stock until we see things start to kind of stabilize, wait for the dust to settle, so to speak. I'm not saying don't buy this stock, but we do have to kind of identify some levels here that can be used for real trading activity, not this kind of bizarre whipsaw price movement that we're seeing. So, overall, I remain positive on the prospects for this stock because we do see here that the momentum reading is positive. It's been positive for quite some time, even as share prices were falling. Okay, and that's significant because it suggests that a bullish divergence is in place. If you've got falling share prices and rising indicator readings, it's a highly bullish signal, and it suggests that a prior downtrend has completed itself and is ready to run higher. As we can see, this did happen, but it just happened in an extremely bizarre fashion. Um, here we can see that, I mean, this is definitely a reversal. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. You're seeing a change in trend direction here, but the movements themselves have been so erratic that it can be difficult to actually capture gains under these types of circumstances. So, I do believe that this framework still rests in place because we broke these prior highs, which came in at the end of last year. This would be December 21st, 2023. We had highs of, this would be 25, 24. And we clearly broke above this level and closed there on a daily and weekly basis. But currently we're trading back below there, and this is significant. I mean, this whipsaw activity that I'm talking about. Normally, you would expect a prior resistance level to start working as a support zone. So that would be this area here. Normally you would expect this now, this white line here, you would expect this to start working as support, but that's not occurring. And that's probably because there's so much downside momentum here on a short-term basis that we broke right through support. We also broke through the 20-day exponential moving average, which is what this yellow line is here. But all of that said, there are still positive indications here that trend prices are ready to move higher. I mean, in particular, what I would want to point to would be this orange line here. This is the 50-day exponential moving average. It's one of the most closely watched moving averages in the entire market. Here we can see that it's crossing above the purple line, which is the 100-day, and the blue line here, which is the 200-day exponential moving average. That's a bullish signal. I mean, it's a very bullish signal. It's pointed in the upward direction. And it falls in line with this broader indicator reading here. So, overall, these are positive signals. And in my opinion, what is really happening here is this stock has now entered into this meme stock status. Who knows how long it's going to be there? It might not be there for very long. And I kind of hope it doesn't stay there for very long so that things can kind of return to normal. And we can just sort of start trading this stock the way that it should be traded without this kind of roaring kitty influence that really doesn't seem to do much other than just bring chaos, and destruction to wealth. I mean, God, there were so many people that were caught, long at the wrong levels in the GameStop trade. He was getting threats. He went offline because so many people started sending him threats because they were losing money. They got in, way too high, and then share prices started to collapse in GameStop. I mean, they dropped like a rock. So those people were angry, and it's because it's their own fault. I mean, they got in at the wrong level. I mean, he's not telling you what to do. He's not trading your account for you. But what I'm saying here is like, these artificial influences in the market really don't help very much. And we do have to kind of wait here for prices to kind of stabilize. We might be seeing that relatively soon. And I do think that, roughly 2380 is a fairly decent buy zone here. I would kind of point to that level to begin with, because we are seeing, some developing bullish indicators here. I would just like to wait a bit here, at least a couple of days, just to make sure that prices are stabilizing and that we're not, involved in any of this kind of bizarre whipsaw trading activity that we've been seeing over the last, few trading sessions. So here's the current market outlook for CHEWY Incorporated, stock ticker CHWY.